Hi, y'all. It's storytelling time. Let's talk about my last drink. Hi, my name is Khadija Torres, and my story will begin on December 31st, 2020. Is when I made the major life change decision, life changing decision where I didn't want to drink alcohol anymore. That was the very beginning of a lifetime, long lifetime shift of decades of alcohol abuse. I had decided I wasn't going to drink anymore. As a matter of fact, I discovered I didn't even really like drinking. Go figure. So, after that, the lioness woke up and decided to spring into action. I got on January 1st, New Year's Day in the States. Here in the States, was New Year's Day. I decided I'm not taking no for an answer. I called all of these different rehabilitation centers, and they were saying, no, we have no beds available. Somebody will call you back tomorrow. No, we're full. So I decided I'll call out of the county of where I live to some more rehabs to see if they had any openings. Lord and behold, there was two of them. Only one of them decided that they would come down and pick me up. I said, what? Today? He said, yes. Well, come get me today. I said, well, come get me. Come and get me. Because this is closing the door of decades of alcohol abuse as well as what is my family norm. Shutting the door on it. So the lady said, well, one of the staff will call you back and go over the rules and what you can and cannot bring. And they did, and they came and picked me up. But on January 1st, when I woke up in that place, I kept asking, where was my phone? Because, when you enroll, when you do admission, they take your phone for, X amount of weeks or whatever. So I was asking, where's my phone? And she was like, you need to focus on that feeling that brought you here. So I'm looking at her like she's trying to be funny. Really? So then I start having thoughts like, did I make the right decision? Where the hell am I? Because when I look out the window, nothing looks familiar. I can see on the highway billboard that is saying, my city that I'm from is back that way. And I just said, where's my phone? I can Google where I am. But she said, the counselor would pass me in the hallway and she'd be like, don't forget that feeling you had when you got here. So eventually, when the epiphany hit me, and boy, oh boy, was it an epiphany. I saw all of those emotions start rushing back into the forefront of my head, and I started thinking about the feeling. What feeling? I didn't have no feeling. I was detached. I was numb. I was lost. I felt hopeless. I couldn't even answer the question, what was I passionate about? I couldn't even remember. I just didn't remember. So after the weeks crept into, the days crept into weeks and the weeks into a month, the epiphany hit me like a brick, a ton of bricks. But I am in the right place. I did make the right decision. And I need to be far away from everything that's familiar and everything and everybody that I am. So I can focus on me. And that's what happened. So after January 2nd, all kind of whistles and bells started going off. I could journal again. I could write poetry again. I even wrote a poem that was called I Am. And if you go back and look at some of my previous videos, the title is called I Am. That is my poem that I am the author of. I've written it. It's still flowing out. So check it out. So curse breakers, I'm saying to you, this is an affirmation that kind of kept me afloat, kept me focused, kept pushing me forward. And it goes like this. When one door of happiness closed, another opened. But we often look at the closed door so long that we do not even see the door which was open for us. So one thing for sure and two things for certain. When one door closes, another will open always. Remember that curse breaker because it is a true state. And that affirmation gave me so much inspiration that it kept me focused and it kept pushing me forward, knowing that another door will open once I close it. And it did happen. And there was other things that happened after my epiphany. Um, I would I would remember red flags. How did I get in certain situations? And sometimes it's because we don't have healthy boundaries. And so I had to learn what is a healthy boundary. What does that look like to me? So I started practicing it. I practiced it on my job. I practiced it on my family, and I stood on my square. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. If you cannot respect my boundaries that I have put in place, I will withdraw my energy unapologetically from you. I won't come back. I'm not looking back and I'm not coming back. I'm going to keep right on moving. I don't have to accept that type of abuse anymore. I don't hurt myself anymore, and I don't want nobody else hurting me. So when I realized that I am stronger than I realize and more powerful than I know, of course, I did the celebration dance. Taking my power back. I'm taking my power back. Hey, hey, I'm taking my power back. I'm taking my power back. Hey, hey. Yes, sir. And that's how that went. But anyway, fellow curse breakers, I would love if you would share with me in the chat box what are some of your epiphanies during your recovery that you had. I would love to hear from you because you have to remember one thing for sure, one and two things for certain. When one door of happiness closed, another opens. But often we look at that closed door so long that we do not see which door has opened for us. And I want to share with you one of my journals. As a matter of fact, this is my very first journal. that, just a second, let me get it. This is my very first journal that, you hear, that I purchased. Well, this is before 2022. I'm reading the first entry, my first entry of the book. Um, when I bought this book, and it states I always on all of my journals I started off with the date and year. So this first entry was put in this book on December 15th, 2018. Did you hear that date? December 15th, 2018. Today I purchased my first journaling book. May it spark a new beginning of many more. And it did. It was a nice sunny day, and my roommates rode along with me to go Christmas shopping for their family. And I paid my son's phone bill. Yay! That's going to says right here. It did spark many more, and I still journal today. So, and my writer block is gone, and I still write poetry. So, the relief, the relief I found on breaking my generational curse landed me in such a beautiful and peaceful destination. On June 2022, it was such a profound and inspiring milestone in my life. I realized I wasn't fighting the urge anymore, but I was simply at peace with myself. Yeah, it's beautiful. And when I look back over my story, my determination, my dedication, and my discipline was all that I need to finish the faithful race. Thank you for watching my video, and please be the first to give me a thumbs up. One love, one peace, one nation. Until then,